It's time that we all start taking the Wisconsin Badgers very, very seriously. They just hired Luke Fickell to be their new head coach, and if you know anything about Luke Fickell, the dude just wins. Like, that's who he is. He's a winner. His career coaching percentage in terms of wins is 71%. So Wisconsin, whether it's this year, whether it's in the future, they hired a guy that is going to be a winner. They hired a guy who's a program builder, got Cincinnati Group of 5 team to the college football playoff. When folks said it couldn't be done, Luke Fickell did it. So Luke Fickell's a player's coach. Players rave about him. He's going to get the best out of this team. And it's not like he's showing up and it's a team that's struggling to make a bowl game, or maybe they won 3 or 4 games, and maybe they're just on the doorstep of getting back to being competitive. Like, Wisconsin is a healthy roster. And when I say healthy roster, they won their bowl game last year. Spoiler alert, Luke Fickell coached the bowl game. Like, there's a lot under the hood here at Wisconsin to be successful. And they've went in the portal and added some key pieces. But I'm just telling you, this is not a total rebuild. Hey, let's find a way to maybe win in 2023. He's taken over a program that has won by a lot of different school standards. Now, he's their new head coach, so that should tell you that the previous regime didn't live up to the standards. So the bar is going to be raised going forward, but I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page here. Luke Fickell, coming to Wisconsin, has a track record of winning and is going to be in position to win right away in 2023. Got more thoughts on this, but if you have not yet subscribed, it would help us a ton if you would do that for us so we can add you to this community. Also, follow me on the socials at JD Fickell on Twitter as well as on Instagram. Now, Wisconsin in 2023, from just a gameplay standpoint, is going to look different than they have in the past. It's not going to be double tight end. It's not going to be 3 fullbacks on the field and just absolutely take advantage of you physically. That's not going to be who Wisconsin is. They'll still have flavors of that. That's still going to be baked into them. That's their identity. But it's not going to be what you see play in and play out. Okay, they're going to be spread you out. Phil Longo's the OC coming from North Carolina where they just slang it around the yard. Also, they got Tanner Mordecai, who I believe wholeheartedly will be one of the better quarterbacks in the Big Ten this coming season, playing in a quarterback-friendly system, and he went under the radar quite a bit with what he did at SMU, put up big-time numbers there. So Tanner Mordecai being paired with Phil Longo is going to work. I'm just telling you that right now, and Wisconsin is going to be a vertical passing attack kind of football team. Now, to the same token, I told you, they're not losing their identity of being a physical football team. Braelon Allen, if you don't know about Zero by now, you got to catch up because he is a guy that runs behind his pads, looks like an action figure, and that physical edge running the football, they're still going to have that. So this reminds me a lot of what Michigan was last year. I think Wisconsin will throw the football more than Michigan did. But the reason why I draw that comp is, remember when Michigan really took that next step from 2021 to 2022? They had Cade McNamara, and they were good. They were physical. They were able to win games being physical and doing play action and stuff like that. But they took the next step in 2022. Just from watching the tape, you could tell Michigan was a better football team with a quarterback that could push the ball vertically in J.J. McCarthy. When they did that against Ohio State, when they did that against Iowa, like when they started to open up the passing game, regardless of what the numbers said, they were a better football team. And you could just turn on the tape and watch that and know that. That's who Wisconsin, in my belief, has a chance to be. And the reason why this is important, it just allows you to win football games in different ways, right? Like, the more kinds of fights I can win, the more styles that I can fight in, the better advantage I have, because whichever way that you want to make me win the game, I have a chance to do that. Does that make sense? We know Wisconsin can win the game if it's 17-10. We've seen them do it. They can go and win those low-scoring games. But where Wisconsin's going to be dangerous for you now, you want to make it a track meet? This Wisconsin team, I believe, is going to be built to do it. They took a lot of receivers in the portal. I already told you, took a quarterback in the portal. Whole new offensive approach. They are going to be built to score. So if you want to have a game where it's like, hey, first to 45 wins, Wisconsin is going to be tailored to do that now. That's dangerous, man. I'm just telling you, that's dangerous for the rest of college football. To top this whole thing off, the reason why I think Wisconsin has a really high potential for success in 2023 outside of the reasons I just told you. Look at the schedule. It's not a gauntlet. They got Ohio State, and that's the one game where you say, yeah, they're probably going to be sizable underdogs. Now, how sizable, I guess we'll see when that game gets here. But you look through the rest of the schedule, they don't play Michigan. They don't play Penn State. What's the next toughest game? At Minnesota? Maybe. They lost a lot of pieces. They're replacing a whole lot. We don't know who they're going to be yet. Wisconsin, I wholeheartedly believe, has a very good chance to win their side of the Big Ten. If you can win your side of the Big Ten, let's say they do it with one loss to Ohio State and they end up playing whoever it is in Indianapolis with one loss, you win the Big Ten with one loss, you're going to the college football playoff. That is not a prediction. I just want to make sure I communicate to you how seriously we need to take this team. Schedule's favorable. Luke Fickell's a winner. They're built now to fight different styles. Still got to put it into practice. But from a roster standpoint and a direction standpoint from the staff and what they're going to bring to the table under Phil Longo, I'm excited about Wisconsin. Very, very excited about Wisconsin. So the stage is set. I'm not predicting them to be a playoff team. I'm not saying that. But we all need to be on the same page. We need to take Wisconsin very, very seriously heading into 2023. This has been The Hard Count. Nick, Break, Lifting Heavy. We appreciate y'all, man. This is your show. Come back, hang out with us live on Tuesday, live on Thursday. Hit the bell so you don't miss when we go live. We want you a part of this. Like I said before, a college football community, and we're grateful to have you a part of it. We're going to keep the party rolling, and we will see y'all next time. Hey, y'all. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel here to make sure you don't miss an episode of The Hard Count. Also, be sure to check out other videos on the On3 YouTube channel.